Hello everyone, myself Ron Balodi and this is my pilot project water source security through desalination plant. Our city assessment of Rajkot depends mostly on the Narmada river through GWI pipeline, Sauni Yojana and then it goes to dams and WTPs. Rajkot city depends mostly on external water source and to find out an alternate water source there has been a case study for popular water source in India under which groundwater treatment plant, wastewater treatment plant, different water reservoir dams and desalination plant has been looked out. So desalination plant is most feasible because groundwater level is low and dependency on secondary source is high, and there is a taboo amongst people for not using this water, and different site locations for reservoir and dams are not available and not much fresh water availability is there. Different case studies are seen, out of which some of them are taken as reference for my study. Technology used is seawater reverse osmosis plant in which the process shows the intake facility to end user customers. Problem tree analysis highlights my problems such as water resources, urbanization, industrialization, which has effects on water stress, less water storage, and limited duration of water supply. The aim of the project is to identify feasible alternate source of water in Rajkot city, followed through approach and methodology for the pilot project. And this project is needed to supply water for future in industrial use and in summer for domestic use. Rajkot is an industrial hub and it receives water through GWI or RMC water, private water supply or private water borewells. Some of them industries are done survey by me and to know the water consumption, and cost comparison is done through private water supply and desalination water, and the desalination water is much cheaper than the private water supplier, and through surveys people are more willing to pay to for money for desalination plant than private water supplier. And in summer the excess water will goes to people for domestic use. Need for the project: the city is under water stress and due to increasing population we can see the from graph, if we want to cater water demand for this population we need a multiple water source, and as the water demand increases otherwise the per capita availability of water decreases, and desalination water is a best option as water from GWR or RMC connection are not much in use in industries, while private water supply are not regularized and borewell deplete the groundwater level. uh, pro so project site location is in Jodia in Jamnagar district, which is 70 kilometers away from Rajkot. These are the different photographs of the site, and this is the prototype design for desalination plant. Environmental assessment check should be done, and physical and socio-economic parameters should be taken care of. And these processes are done through different acts, guidelines, norms of governments. Institutional frameworks has three heads: regulatory, approving, and implementation heads. Proposal institution framework has five heads such as client and implementation authority of SPV, different investors, different contractors, different technical assistants, and different local stakeholders. Cost estimation for the project for one MLD plant is there through different references and case studies. From that I have taken out 100 MLD cost, which is purely based on assumption and references through different case studies. The capital amount is 715 CR and it will the construction phase is for 3 years. The stakeholders are GWIL, GWSSB, and JICA, which forms SPV, which works for support agreement or permission for construction, industrial agreement for buying water. It looks into finance, project implementation, end users, and EPC contractors. From finance, it takes money through equity and debt, and some amount goes to capital expenditure, some goes to operational expenditure, and these works in two phases. The first half of the 3 years will get money from loan and other through equity. The above graph shows inflow and outflow of expenditure and revenue. The first 3 years has only outflow of the cash, and after that inflow of cash starts with some amount of outflow of cash for operation and maintenance of the plant. After 11th year break-even point is there, through which the main profit starts. Uh, so the amount for this project to implement, main challenges and issues would be there such as efficient planning, implementation of project, construction in delay, approval of different agencies, etc. So at last there are some recommendations such as technology for this plant is costly, so to provide some financial mechanism to make it cost effective, even increase public awareness to use the water. ULB should provide a mandate and penalties for industries for using this water, and thus to conclude, thus providing multiple source of water supply will reduce the stress on any one particular source. Due to this it will cater the future water demand and it will help in preventing the day zero scenario of the city. Thank you.